Okay, so I'm recording.
No, not that. Got that? Okay,
How are you?
Yeah, I first think you know.
Yeah, it's muted, but the sound on the computer is not picking up, but that's why I muted the sound.
Yeah, that's fine. The audio.
All right. Hello, good evening, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you. My name is Amber Adler. I'm the chair of Neighborhood Advisory Board 15. Many of you I know, and I thank you for coming out tonight. It means a lot to me, but it also means even more to this community. As you all know, there's a lot of resources that we need to expand in this area. And the Neighborhood Advisory Board is all about expanding resources that help prevent poverty. This can be a number of things. And I look forward to hearing what each and every one of you who are going to be speaking tonight has to say about how you feel we could allocate monies to further help certain organizations or further help specific needs in this area. That is why we are here. So without further ado, let's get going. I'm going to call up the first person to testify. That is Daniela Ross. Or Russ. Hi. Hello. Yeah, you're going to go first. Thank you so much. The mark is right there. That post-it note is where Step on it. You can address people or you can address the camera, either way you want to.
Hi, I'm Daniela Russ. I work for the Jewish Community Council of Greater Coney Island Transportation Program. And I'm here representing our older adults to inform the board and let them know that I believe that the highest priority funding should go towards our senior program, home care, transportation. I've been working at the Jewish Community Council for 7.5 years. Prior to that, I was a senior center assistant director. And most of our seniors are on fixed incomes. And what is considered a high income in the fixed income world is actually not really enough. On a daily basis within transportation, we provide about 500 legs at this point to seniors a day, to senior centers, to regular grocery trips, entitlement benefits, things like that. We also provide them transportation to their jobs, that while they're still employed, it's very challenging on their fixed income to get to and from work every day. Expenses are growing, and some people just can't access the transportation. So it's something that we do and believe very heavily that it's necessary. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Efron Zarzar from the organization Hannah Kosher Foods.
Hi, everybody. Some of you may know me. My name is Aaron Zarzar. I run a food pantry called Hannah Kosher Foods on Avenue T and East 21st in Brooklyn, New York. So my parents have been running it for more than 20 years. They got their 501 in 2002, and they named me president of the organization in 2017. Now, I can tell you, my parents have been feeding thousands of families a week from more than 20 years ago. The problem is now that I'm running it, there's so many things. You see the need is so much for people with inflation, with what's going on internationally. People just don't have the money. The option for people is, do I pay gas in the car or do I put food on the table to feed the kids? My personal organizations help mothers feed families food. The problem with mothers are they have kids, they have husbands, they have parents, and God forbid they have a guest come over. They have to put something on the table. And what's going on right now is the gas went up, the price of food went up, and it's so hard to get these products to families. In my focus is in Brooklyn. And if you would come to one of the distributions, I have a very diversified group. I have Asians, I have Ukrainians and Russians, Eastern Europeans, I have Muslims. There's basically, you can see everybody coming over there. And what's so great is that these people would never come together if it wasn't for these things, right? So although it's really hard on everybody getting together and waiting for the same thing, the key is that everything's organized. But when you have a good organization and we respect the people respect us, there's so many stories. I get emails all the time, letters, Holocaust survivors, people who didn't have 2 cents to put together, but they had kids to feed. And I really feel that while the neighborhood advisory is giving out many of these grants, right, there are many programs that need stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm the only one. I'm personally focusing on the food. Like Ms. Ross said before, she needs transportation, but a combination of all of us together helps New York run. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I think we can all understand the common denominators that pull us together to try to work to help everyone, uniting. I think that's a very good thing to point out, and I think we all feel that. The next person to speak is Yolanda Chan from the organization DCA.
Lady and gentlemen, my name is Yolanda Chen. I become a member of Brooklyn Chinese American Association in Avenue Senior Center, where when my aunt took me there a few years ago, by learning how to sing and I make more friends, I become happier and healthier. And more seniors are taking the Chinese opera singing and also English class. That's not enough space for all the seniors. The space is small, and we have to stay in a small room to study and practice. More, senior people. I hope that the city will go on supporting senior center, senior service, and increase the funding to our need.
I'm going to take the mic back. Putting a note here. I just want to say that as you see me sort of jotting notes here, I want to make sure to get a highlight sort of what everyone's sharing. So when we have the feedback, it's a bit more detailed. Thank you for sharing. Next speaker is Sally Wong.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sally Wong. I've been working at DCA for over 20 years. For well over 25 years, the Brooklyn Chinese American Association has been providing services to meet the change needs of residents in NDA 15. Our AVNU's district and senior center is small. However, it has been providing the much needed senior and access service for the community. Our clients often come from low-income families and have a language barrier. Clients are attracted to our center because of our reputation in the community. New immigrants come to us for orientation about the community the very next day after they arrive at this country. On the other hand, all immigrants come to us for assistance in applying for health benefits, food stamps, filling out different kinds of forms, or even writing checks for their bills. Our organization has been functioning as a bridge connecting the immigrants to the mainstream society. At this moment, Our organization does not receive much government funding to adequate meet all the needs of our clients. Those we receive the NDA funding for senior center, we are often financially challenged to keep up with rising rent, personal costs, and operating costs. Receiving more government funding will enable us to continue to serve our clients and possibly expand our service areas in the near future. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, the next speaker is Lily Sue.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lily Su. I have been a social worker at BCA's Avenue Youth Senior Center for almost 6 years. I am well aware that this community needs senior service for the Asians. The current center is too small and provides limited service because of lack of funding. However, there are more and more Chinese senior members. They come to the center every day, and the Chinese population in Shishi Bay increases. Though the center does not receive any government funding for lunch, the center has been providing lunch to seniors. With volunteers, we have been offering ESL classes, senior class, Chinese opera class. However, unlike the other government funding senior centers, we cannot offer to provide nutrition, breakfast, and full lunch. We do not have much space for full activities like dancing or hobbies. If you pay a seat to the center during lunch hours, you will find there are at least 10 seniors who cannot find a seat to sit down and enjoy their lunch, but had to eat while standing. Because of the language barriers, many seniors came to the center to get help to apply for government benefits. I fully understand why so many seniors still come to the center every day, even though it's contracted. At the center, they can make friends, they can talk to each other, they can watch Chinese TV programs. However, it will be wonderful if the government can take care of us so that we have more educational and recreational classes. I hope that funding can be allowed to our center so that we can take better care of our seniors. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. You know, one thing I just want to note, this is also for many people that are here, a great way to learn about more that's going on in the community. Because as you hear everyone's stories and experiences of what they have been doing, what they see and what needs done, I think we will start to see these connections about how we all have, like I said before, the common denominators. We all have very similar needs right now. And, you know, sometimes connecting with others is a great way to start doing more in the community as well. The next speaker tonight is Elaine Bertino.
Good evening, everybody. I was asked to speak here tonight on behalf of JCC. I'm one of their clients. My name is Elaine Bertino. I am very appreciative that they take care of me when I have to see the doctor, when I want to see my mom, when I have to visit someone that I can't drive to. There's so many things that they've done for me and schedule my appointments a week ahead and take me and pick me up. I can't be more grateful. Danielle, I appreciate everything she said. They are so helpful. I didn't know that this environment or this group existed. And when you need something and you don't want to ask somebody something, then you turn around and you look to what's available. And I found this out quite by accident from another cancer person. I'm not a cancer person, but she was. And it said, why don't you see if they'll take care of you? And they do. So I consider myself very blessed. At this point, I asked if I could write a poem, and I did. It's for senior citizens, actually. So if you're younger than a senior citizen, it doesn't matter.
I'll catch it up pretty quick.
You're blessed, we all will. Okay. How's the glasses? Even though I have a big print. This is dedicated to my mom, who's 103 years old. So I am very blessed. Thank you. The title of the poem is Independent Aging is Not for Sissies. Long ago, you may have heard being a senior was not for sissies. Here we are, still independent as we can be, but there's still a little sissy in us. Here we are, still independent, and as we grow older, we think of our accomplishments and our blessings. Every birthday, we thank God, wipe our brow, and say, phew, made it through another year. When we look at every day with some serious challenges, we try not to take anything for granted. As we awaken, we hope that we are not broken and take inventory of every vital statistic and give thanks for each new day. We make peace with going to the bathroom during the night and become friends with every open, clean bathroom wherever we travel. We struggle, the struggle is real, and the younger generation just doesn't understand. Not you, I'm sure you understand. Well, not this way, but the struggle is real. One day, the younger generation will understand some of our struggles when they sneeze, cough hard, or laugh, and feel tears running down their legs. Each time we arise, we thank God for our lucky stars, hope for the best, and pray with gratitude that we have been gifted the privilege to be part of a new day. Almost finished. We are now in our wealth burning years, and now we need to be a little thrifty as our wealth earning years are behind us. Be proud when you get a chance to go out, and happy when you get discounts that help supplement your Social Security money. Do not look or hope for handouts, as it's better to get the weekly store sales coupons that are doubled and no expiration dates. I know you've heard of them, but they're very hard to get. When the sky is blue and the weather is permitting, not like today, we go outdoors and do something to improve our lives. Fill your days with good times, stay busy, and do not have days with nothing to do and all day to do it. Instead, understand long nights can be longer when you are alone. Be sure to make some time for a bit of entertainment and fun. Wherever you can get it, that's what you should do. Keep it clean though. We hope everyone we care about is feeling and doing well. So try to devote some time to make sure that those you love, where they are we're supposed to be. So check in on somebody, say, everything all right? You don't have to have a long conversation. Just look at somebody. We hope everyone we care about is feeling well. Life may not be as you planned. So look for the joy in life and hope for peace of mind. Search your mind for cherished memories. Everyone has them. Think of good times and do activities that bring happiness to your day. Age as independently as you can. Face your challenges. Know that today is here to make, so strive to make the day. That's all I'm going to say. I devote this to my mother, but I also give it to everybody here who's over whatever age you are.
Thank you so much. That was really special, really powerful. I think a lot of us really felt that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next speaker, Ada He.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ada He. I work as a volunteer at the Senior Center of Brooklyn Chinese American Association. The Senior Center is open Monday to Friday and provides a safe and fun environment for seniors in this community. Recreational and educational activities are provided. Seniors can come in to read Chinese newspapers, magazines and books, play card games and mahjong, watch Chinese news, movies on TV. They can also attend ESOL classes, singing classes, Chinese painting classes, Chinese office classes, and participate in health and nutritional workshop and intergenerational activity. The center also provides social service to the senior citizens in the community since over 95% of them cannot read or speak English. The senior center has bilingual staff that provides assistance to seniors in applying for entitlements such as food stamp, Medicaid, etc. Too many of seniors who come to the center every day. This is like a second home to them. I hope that with more resources from the government, the Asian senior, this will be well attended to so that they can lead a happy and healthy life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our next speaker is Sue Lum.
Thank you. I like your idea of organizing and getting all of us together.
Yes.
Right. But when I wrote the speech, it was specifically for the Brooklyn Chinese Association. But I do like that idea.
You live so close, but so far at the same
Right.
time.
You're right. Okay. Hi. My name is Sue Love. I'm a retired elementary school teacher. I'm speaking on behalf of the Brooklyn Chinese American Association and my 92-year-old mother, Jane Love. Mom was one of the first members when BCA opened over 25 years ago. She was thrilled to have a place nearby to meet new friends and learn English. She used to come home and diligently go over the day's lesson. Mom was a better student at the center because she didn't argue with the teacher like she did at home. It's true story. But her favorites were the Chinese opera and dancing classes and the trips. Now I have wrote in this speech Chinese seniors, but I think it applies to all seniors that you seldom get to have fun or to travel to places because you're too busy trying to feed your family and raise their family and do the best you can for your children. And many are lonely in their later years because children go there, and they're not near you. So the center is a big part of our lives. Space is a premium at the center. More and more seniors want to join the activities. I would love to see an exercise program for us. It would give us a way to live better, healthier lives for all of us. Exercise, because we seldom get out. Okay, I urge you to help us get funding to enlarge our space and enable us to have movement classes and cultural excursions for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, our next speaker is Rachel Cohen.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rachel Cohen, and I'm a client of the DYCD Center. And I use their transportation program. It's a lifeline for me. It takes me to doctor's appointments and also a community center. And also, right now, my husband's in a nursing home, so it takes me daily to the nursing home so that I can visit him. Also, the center provides social services and home cleaning for Holocaust survivors. And they have a beautiful center where they serve lunch, and they have I see Asian people there and Russian people there with lots of art programs and arts and crafts and ping pong and all kinds of lovely activities. And they serve lunch maybe for $1 or less. I don't even know. It's a good thing. What's that? $1. $1. There you go. So it's a great organization, it's a great organization. I'd like to see it continue and be funded. And everyone has a good, everyone needs funding. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing. You know, when you were sharing, I've been to that center and I was like in my head seeing all, I said, when you were sharing, you were saying all these different activities. I've been to that center, so I see it in the, yeah.
Right by the beach. Can I just say one more thing? Oh, yeah. About their transportation. The drivers of the vans of the JCCPC are very courteous and they drive very carefully, not like crazy car service trucks. That's what. Oh, anybody need? Anybody?
Okay, the next speaker is Shun Big.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You're ready to go, I see. Ready to talk.
Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Sun Bei. I attend ESL class at Brooklyn Chinese American Association. This is my second home. I have been living in New York since 2009. My English is not good, so I took. My English is not good, so I took ESL and BCA to improve my English. After I took the class, my English has been improving. I feel a little bit more comfortable to use more and more English. And my teacher and my classmates are very friendly and nice to me. I'm very happy. We need ESL class in our community because there are many people like me who are not good in English. And we want to learn more English so we can have better life in this country. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I think you did a great job of showing how their ESL program works. Oh, thank you. Okay, we have a few more speakers. I think it's Jan, J-A-N-N-E. Oh, you know what? It was written. There's no O on here. Yes, it is. Sorry, when it got rewritten, there was no O.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. I don't need to, I'm going to speak from my heart, seriously. For 24 years, I've been working at Con Edison at the corporate office at Union Square.
as assistant to the engineers. I have cybersecurity. I maintain their database. And also I'm a notary. So on it was March 20th when the pandemic first started. The CEO and the president of Con Edison had said everyone must leave the building and go home. The only ones that were able to stay there was facilities, and we have our own corporate police. And that was it. So I turned around and I said to my bosses, I have 3 bosses, I said, I am not leaving. I said, I have cybersecurity and I'm a notary. Someone has to be here to run the show. So they said, no, you're 68 years old. Now I'm 69, I was at 67. And they said, no, Joanne, you're guided under Matilda law. So I said, that Matilda law is not going to do anything for these engineers because somebody has to drive the ship. So I said, look, I've been driving my car for 24 years. And I got to the point where my health started to really fail. And I didn't want to show it because I was too proud of my job. And I couldn't live on Social Security. It wasn't enough. So my daughter's a doctor. She's an opioid specialist and Silver Lake director of the opioid Silver Lake. And she said, Mom, you had enough. I said, no, I want to protect these engineers. Con Edison never sleeps. So they said to me, okay, if you can come in, but anytime you feel like you want to leave and work at home, you have the right to do it. So I said, okay. I didn't listen. I went to work. And there were days where I was in such pain. They can't operate on me because they said I would be in a wheelchair. So I went to work and I didn't even have the walk. Someone gave me a cane. So I bought a walker because I said, I'm by myself now. I'm not embarrassed. I'm handicapped. I have to face it. So I went to work every day. And then finally one day I called the mayor's office and I seen it said Assistance for Advocates for Handicapped People. I said, I'm going to try it. I called them up and I said, look, I'm very sick. I need to come to work because this is where I belong. I have cybersecurity. I was fingerprinted. I said, and let me tell you, I did a lot and they really greatly appreciated it. And I appreciated the service that I found with JCC. Believe me, it wasn't easy at first because I'm very strong. I'm a very strong-willed woman, and I drove all those years. So now getting into a van, which they were very, very concerned about my health. But to me, it was like I'm giving up something. I'm giving up my freedom and have somebody help me. So it was kind of rough for me to make that transition since I'm so strong. But if it wasn't for JCC, I would not be able to handle that. Really, my health is really failing. But I'm still working. God bless them. I have friendly best car service, and they partner with Sarah. She's my contact person there, and Danielle, and I have no problem. I go to work, I do my job, and I keep things rolling. Now, the engineers came back 3 days a week. And it works out pretty well. But I've gained such respect, not only from the engineers, but for myself, because I didn't turn away. I had the choice to stay home and do nothing and get paid. That's not me. So I'm so grateful for the transportation. And really, God bless everyone. We just have to pray for peace. Amen. I said amen.
Thank you for sharing. I think that was such a special story. I think that a lot of people have not similar, but similar in a way, that feeling of wanting to keep going. You're so strong. You want to keep helping. You're totally equipped to do your job.
And I'm not going to give up until I really have to give up. And that's it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
And thank you for the transportation, because I wish more people would know about this. And I bet you their life would be a lot better. Seriously.
You're right. And connecting people to the resources that exist is very important too. It's, we're here trying to get more resources, but the ones that exist, connecting people to them
Sure.
Definitely.
We give a lot. My family gives a lot to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and to St. Jude.
Yes,
So we're pretty well.
yes,
Try to share what we
yes,
have.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Everybody needs a hand up. You know, in life, no one goes through life without.
No,
Exactly.
thank you.
I believe
Thank
that.
you. And it's just so nice meeting my friends. Thank you.
So, thank you.
Okay, next speaker is Judy.
Oh.
I didn't even get to finish.
Did you just say my name wrong?
I try. Judy Magalita,
Naglietta.
Maglietta. Ah, I see now. Got it.
I'm gonna
I
put
was-
it on. I'm gonna put it on.
I know it came out very Italian. I was like, all right.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Judy Maglietta. And I just want to say how happy and pleased I am to be invited to come to a beautiful meeting like this with all these beautiful and wonderful people and all you constituents here that have spoken so much about all these wonderful things that you all need. And from the bottom of my heart, I can only tell you that I will do and try my very best to work and to help whatever I can do to get whatever anybody needs to make their life easier. I do a lot of volunteer work with the food banks. They bring food to people from the food bank that up in my neighborhood, which is a church. And I do it for the people that are Pakistani or Bangladesh or whatever they are. And the halal food or the kosher, I do my very best. Take my wagon and I go and I do and I help. I try very hard to send money to associate, with the Pets and Humane Society and help out as best I can. I do it for anything and everybody. But I want to thank you all for this, and especially for the transportation. You guys have been above and behind. There's no words that I have called 2 days prior to meeting, and they said, no problem, Judy will be there to take me where I needed to go, right? And I loved every minute of being in the car with these people. They're beautiful drivers, and to everybody here, it makes me proud to be associated, with JCC. And I even spoke to Mitch a little earlier, and I even asked him jokingly if he can get me a job as a receptionist, working and give me an application, to fill out. That's how much help I want to do. And if I could help with Chinese population or the religious Jews, Syrian Jews, or whatever, I'm all for it because there's nothing more in my life than to give, because I know how it feels not to have. And I grew up with not having, and now I am who I am, the person that I became today because of, and I don't want to say this with tears in my eyes, but I am who I am today for how I was treated and what was done for me from one human being to another. It's Miss Sheila Leibowitz, and she is my guardian. I don't want to cry. She's my guardian angel. And she got me to the place that I am today. With much love and respect for this girl, I don't know what I would do anything in the world for her. And I wish, and I always say to people, you have a girl like this and you're like best friend, you don't need anything else. And I'm so blessed. For her and everybody else here. Love to all of you. You're gonna be a senior one day. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. I thank you. And to you ladies, you were lovely. You were so lovely what you said. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so much. That was really special. I really liked the part about friendship. I'm serious. I think a good friend is an amazing part of medicine. I really do. I have one more speaker registered for tonight. I don't know if anyone else wants to speak other than this, but Sheila Leibowitz is up. The friend.
Here's my ID at
BSN.
Hi, everybody. This is fun speaking on the mic. Hi, Zoom people. Okay, I use the transportation, and I'm very grateful that they have the transportation because it's definitely helpful. When somebody gets to be a senior, all of a sudden you find bursitis, arthritis, you never thought you had. If you fell at one time when you were younger, it somehow it comes back when you're older. So the transportation is definitely a help, especially in weather when it's raining and snowing. So it's a pleasure, and I want to thank JCC for having this kind of transportation. I would also like to say that it would be good if we had a senior center, and she said that's all inclusive. And we can all share thoughts. And even though I might be a member of the senior center, I can also help out and teach English. And maybe you can teach me your language a little bit. Great. So I think an all-inclusive senior center with activities would be very helpful. Because she said because they have no senior center before. So thank you very much for listening to me. And I appreciate what everybody does here. I had no idea what went on in JCC. It's quite a bit. So thank you all, and thank you JCC for having it that all inclusive people can use. Okay. So on.
Thank you so much. Oh, you know what? One of our speakers wants to add one point at her own Zarzar.
So I just want to end off what my science professor taught me in college. He told me this one thing that stuck with me till today. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That means each part by itself might be insignificant, but as a whole together, we're a force of nature.
I think that's a great point to end on. I really do. I think everyone here, we feel that a lot. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out tonight, everyone for sharing, everyone for continuously caring about this community and interacting with each other on a day-to-day basis. That is how a community stays great. And I think that is something you guys are excelling at. I'm trying to just make sure there's no other points I want to bring up. Here. There is, I'm just trying to think. I think we've actually went over everything. If there's anyone else that hasn't testified that wants to say something, would you like to say something, anyone? Here you go. Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second because I just gave to him and then I'm going to give back to you, okay? Here you go.
How are you all? My name is Emil Longbogen.
Let's go to the poster. The Zoom people. Thanks.
As long as I don't have to stand against the wall. No.
Oh, your car is here.
Yeah, my car.
Do you need help?
You need any help? No. Okay, thank you.
So ready to rock and roll here?
Go ahead.
My name is Emil Longbogen. I'm here on behalf of my mother, Liliana Longbogen. She's a 91-year-old Holocaust survivor, and up to just past COVID, which started a few years ago, I guess, she was very active. She would go into the city by subway to her doctors, to the theater with her friends for dinners and stuff, lunches. And when COVID hit, it pretty much stopped, and her health deteriorated somewhat. And she has to take car service all the time to the city, to her doctors, to medical centers, et cetera, which none of you know about, but
I know.
there you go.
We know.
There you go. And JCC has been pretty instrumental in helping her with the transportation there. She's a tough cookie. She's suffered from cancer recently, and she had some serious treatments, and JCC really came through by giving us cars to take her to radiation on a daily basis. And we appreciate it, and we'd like that program to continue as much as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing that, and also thank you for being here. In my family, we have 8 survivors. They're not with us now, but they did survive. My kids, I'm always trying to teach them, I'm going to get them over to you a little bit later, because I really am always trying to teach them that they should always remember and always treat everyone with respect. There should never be a time when that is acceptable on any level for any human ever again. So thank you so much for coming out. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
I wasn't prepared, but I can thank you all for coming.
I see someone that's.
I'm not a big speaker, but I want to introduce myself. My name is Sam Makeley.
Here you go.
And I run the activity center. This is part of JCC, as you all probably realize. We have 8 senior centers, and if you're crowded, you're more than welcome to come to our center. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, we serve breakfast at 50 cents, suggested. So if you don't have the money, you can still have breakfast. Also, $1 suggested. Our food is glad kosher, and the highest supervision. So if somebody keeps kosher and has a hard time getting, food or buying the food prices. Also, a second thing what I wrote is home delivered meals. This is also part of the DIFTA funding. Also, glad kosher meal. We are the only center that delivers to seniors glad kosher meals. There's nobody else. They deliver kosher, K or U, but somebody who wants to keep a higher standard can come to us, and we'll be more than happy to assist him with our program. I'm not the greatest speaker. Like you can see, I'm a very nervous person when it comes to speaking.
Oh, you're great.
Actually, we have programs, we have trips. The center is not big, but we accommodate a lot of seniors. We have a room, we have a yoga class, we have a paint class, art class. So you're more than welcome to come. My population mostly is, how could I describe it? Middle Eastern, from Egypt, from Syria. I have Ashkenazi population, I have Holocaust survivor, and I'm a son of Holocaust survivor. Both parents are Holocaust survivors. Ocean Park, the older adult center. We are part of the JCC.
Yes.
I hear that on the recording. You also talk about.
Okay. I want to also, while we're talking about the center we're sitting at right now, for those who are not here and they're joining us on Zoom, we are at the Ocean Parkway Senior Center. And I want to give a big thank you to them for letting us host here tonight. They are a wonderful organization in this community. They're an organization that we have funded now in the past. And they continue to do good things, and they continue to welcome other people. I hear some of the things you're saying. You gave me the schedule for anyone that wanted to come to those classes that were mentioned. As you see here tonight, that's just a connection that you can make when you're out in the community. You guys were mentioning some things with, finding a resource to come and exercise somewhere or attend a class. And, for now, this might be a great option. So with that said, I'm going to close. Thank you again for coming tonight. I look forward to seeing you all in the future and good things to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.